Hold on, I'll just leave.
Yep.
I'll be back.
So is my background?
Do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Business Bros. I have the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Brent Gove from EXP Realty. Brent is formerly from ReMax, moved to Keller Williams, and then to EXP. Huge producer, over 100 million in volume, and for some reason, he saw something in EXP that allowed him to make a move from a great company like Keller Williams to a new company like EXP in 10 days. So, we talked to a lot of different agents, and Brent, when I talk to them, one of the biggest things that I push for people in general is I try to get across to them that retirement is not an age problem, it's a cash flow problem. And if you can find a way to solve the cash flow problem, you're essentially buying yourself time. And when I saw the EXP opportunity, I found a way to solve the cash flow problem and that many agents can take advantage of. But they have a hard time getting past the bad sales rep that it got at first for a while. And so they don't even open their eyes to an opportunity that could be potentially life-changing. So I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I want to hear your story and how, what you went through and why EXP.
Sure. Well, Hernan, thanks for having me on your show here, and hello, everybody. And yeah, man, I was 12 years at ReMax, loved it, went to Keller Williams for 8 years, starting in 2009, loved it, and really loved Keller, actually. I'd say I liked ReMax a lot, but loved Keller. And then 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine reached out, asked me for my opinion on this new model. I said yes, and looked at it. I was just blown away. I mean, why would anybody do this? And people are like, well, it won't work, this, that. And I guess for them it won't work, but for me, I decided I think it'll work. And so I joined EXP and started sharing the model with agents, and 40 agents and brokers joined in my first 8 months. And that led to 586 agents by my 10th month. A year after that, over 3,000. Today, over 5,000. Won the year with over 10,000 agents. So, and it creates millions of dollars in net income revenues. So it's been pretty amazing. It works for anybody who works it. You don't have to have a special personality. You just got to go to work and make it happen. So there it is. We can end it right here. That's
done. Done. Well, I mean, it's like any other business, right? You still have to talk to people. You still have to open a way of communication. You have to present value. It's not very different than what real estate agents are already doing for clients, right?
It's exactly the same. Everyone says, well, all you did was recruit agents. Nope. Sadly, all I did was sell real estate, which I've been doing for 23 years. I had 18 listings. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, what was I doing? Out on listing appointments, presenting offers, negotiating repairs, dealing with appraisals and lenders and all the stuff that we have to do as agents. And so Friday mornings I golfed. I've been golfing Friday mornings for 20 years. Didn't change that. But Friday afternoons, I would always come into the office, shuffle papers, grab a cup of coffee, do my thing. I was never super productive Friday afternoon. It was kind of more in play mode. It was the weekend. So I found that as an opportunity, and I set a goal for myself that between 2 to 5 p.m. Friday afternoon for 3 hours, I would simply make outbound calls to people I know. I call that relationship capital. And not everybody loves me, but I definitely have friends in real estate. So I called the people who like me, and I like them. People with good energy. They were nice, kind people. I called those people. And I enrolled 5 agents or broker associates a month for 8 straight months, and enrolled 40, which unlocks all 7 generations of revenue share. I think 6 months later, I was earning $30,000 a month in revenue share outside of sales. And people says, well, is that all you're about? If you're smart, yes. I've been selling real estate for 20 years, and that'll make you 2, 3, 4, 5, 600,000 a year. If you're exceptional, $1 million a year, but you got to do it year in and year out. So yes, if you're smart, you'll build a company like Coldwell Banker, like Dave Leonard did for ReMax, like Gary Keller did for Keller Williams. All those guys said, you know what? While I'm listing homes, they all used to list homes and show property. Gary Keller showed property and listed homes. Dave Liniger in the 70s showed property and listed homes. Coldwell and Banker, we didn't even know their first names. They used to show property and list homes. They go, I think I'm also going to attract agents. So that's what I did. And I only did it on Friday afternoons. And anyone watching this video blog here could do the same thing. For them, it may be Wednesday mornings or Sunday evenings. But I made a rule, first time in my career, I was not allowed to call buyers and sellers. I knew what that generates me, and I did well. It was a great life in real estate, but there was no end in sight treadmill. And so I go, this might work. I didn't know if it would work, but I go, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot for 6 months. That was my big business plan for EXP. I'll try for half a year. It's either going to work or not work in the first 6 months. But actually did it. Actually went out and called and shared, and people said yes, and people said no, and people said yes, and people said no, and no, and no, and yes. And I just got 5 yeses a month. It's like calling expireds. You get everyone you call. You made the reference to real estate. You get every for sale by owner you contact. You get every client that walks in an open house. Does every door you knock on, if you're a farmer and you're farming and you're door knocking a certain neighborhood, does every one of them list with you? No. You're just looking for the ones who do list with you. And I found, if you want to look at it this way, I listed 40 agents. And at the same time, I actually listed 40 homes too, but I had to relist the homes every year. The agents I did one time. I'm kind of done with that. Now I have this massive sales organization where I no longer have to do real estate. And I find it very inconvenient when people call me with an $800,000 listing or a $1.8 million listing or a $3 million listing. I just find it as a waste of my time. And I would much rather find an agent who sells 10 or 15 homes a year, and they tell their friends who tell their friends. That's how Coldwell Banker had 100,000 agents. That's how ReMax got to 100,000 agents. That's how Keller Williams went over 100,000 agents, because people started telling. Gary Keller told his friends, and they told their friends who told their friends, and you got Keller Williams. Same with Better Homes, same with Berkshire Hathaway, same with Century 21. Dave Liniger told his friends, he goes, let's get a logo. How about a balloon logo? Soaring higher. What do we call it? ReMax. That's catchy. Yeah, we'll call it ReMax. And then he told his friends, and they told their friends, and then boom, you got ReMax. It happens for those who are willing to do it. We just happen to have an amazing technology, great platform. Is it the great tech in the world? Nope, but it allows us to do what we do. Nobody else is doing it. We're first to market. We are the Airbnb of real estate. We are the Netflix of real estate. We are the Amazon, the Uber of real estate. And it's awesome being first to market. So if you're smart, keep checking this out. Ask a ton of questions. Either we'll pass the mustard test or we won't. And if it sounds too good to be true, keep digging. You'll find out it's not true and all a big fabricated lie, or you can research that and find out, hey, this does pass the mustard test. It seems to be legit. I guess the stock is worth something because it's on the NASDAQ. Oh, it's just worthless garbage stock. Really? Because we're on the NASDAQ. And only 50 companies in all last year in all of North America uploaded to the NASDAQ. We're one of 50. There are millions. And it's a big deal. We're audited by the SEC every 90 days. We're a publicly traded company. We're monitored by the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's a big deal. And I love getting my stock awards. And I love being a part of this company. So I think that was a long answer to a short question there, Hernan.
That was a great answer to a short question, but that's okay. You had a team. You were already making money in real estate. Some people build nice big teams. They might have their own brand. They have their own thing going. Why make the switch? What's the big deal? Why take on, I already have a team of 20 people, for example. I'm making good money on them. Why bring them to EXP? I'm going to lose a little bit on the split.
Well, I don't know how you lose anything. My agents had a split with Keller Williams, and we have a split for EXP. The only people that might lose something are independents because they don't have a split with anybody, right? Mm-hmm. And for the independents, I'm like, great, you get to 200 or 300 agents. That's 200 or 300 agents that you're the broker of record for, that you can get hauled into arbitration for their actions. You can get hauled into a lawsuit for their actions. At EXP today, I have 5,000 agents in my 7 levels. Actually, I have more than that, people 8, 9, 10, but 25% of the company. And guess what? I don't get hauled into arbitration or lawsuits because I am not the broker of record. We're in 48 states, 200 major markets, and there's a broker in each state. They get hauled into arbitration. They get hauled into lawsuits, not me. So I have total freedom, and what I've given up is the liability. So if you're an independent broker for 16 grand, there's a lot of upside. You think, well, what if it doesn't work? Okay, you're out 16 grand for your first year. Yeah, but my agents are 8. Yeah, you can go to it's $8,000 for a buyer's agent, a team agent, and if you're a mega team, you have more than 10 agents, it's only 4. I just went to my agents and said, look, let's try this for 6 months. Worst case, it doesn't work. We go back to Keller Williams, back to ReMax, go independent, do whatever we want. But it's a reasonable amount of money to risk on something that has a big upside. And they all agreed. So I brought all 18 agents to EXP. I've had a couple retire, and the rest are all with me, 100% retention and 0 attrition. Today, I have 24 agents on my team, 7 listing specialists, 17 buyer specialists. In fact, right before this podcast, I was in my other office, and you saw me helping a brand new agent who used to work with me 10 years ago, and she went and raised kids, and now she's re-entering the workforce. And I was helping her write her first office after a 10-year hiatus. And so we were just doing that. So have a 24 agent team, and we're killing it. I still run all that, just very part-time.
That's something to be said. I've noticed when agents have become successful, when they've built big teams like that, they find a lot of pride in helping new people gain the same type of success that they had. They end up becoming more of coaches, more of mentors, and they do it because they love to do it. So what kind of opportunity does EXP allow as far as training is concerned, as far as building a team, as far as taking a brand new agent that knows nothing to helping them become something that is, giving them a living that they can actually live on, instead of the average agent making $40,000 a year?
EXP offers 5 to 10 classes every day in the cloud. We do meetings in person. I just had one in Sacramento here at the Falls Event Center. We had about 400 or 500 agents show up. So we have meetings with what I call skin on, right? Then we have cloud meetings, 5 to 10 a day. Sometimes I think Wednesdays, like 14 classes a day. And I always encourage everyone, be a student of life. Part of that is being a student of your marriage, a student of parenting, a student of health and fitness, a student of real estate. Go to our classes. You can learn slow and grow slow, or learn fast and grow fast. So someone's going to get out of EXP what they put into it. We can't make them successful. They got to plug in and want it. But number 2, unless you really plug into someone who will mentor you, you're going to fail at Coldwell Banker. You will fail at ReMax. You will fail at Keller Williams, and you will fail at EXP Realty. If you're a brand new agent, you need to plug into someone who's been around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Plug into a veteran who will teach you the ropes, show you the ropes. Go do open houses with you. Go door knock with you if they're door knockers. I've never door knocked. I'm an open house guy. Love it. I've picked up 37 clients on a Sunday. I'm really good at that. I teach people how to do that. Other people are good at calling the expired. Somebody else is great at for sale by owners, or they're good at farming and doing the postcards, or Brian Buffini by referral only. Whatever you're good at, teach it. But go find someone who's a star and tuck under their wing and split your commission 50-50. Well, I don't want to give them half my commission. Look, if you don't learn how to do it, there is no commission. I want to keep 100% or whatever.
100% is 0, still 0.
Yep. You will go on listings and not get them. So congratulations, you got 100% of nothing. I'd rather see you go on a listing for $900,000, get it, and then 3% of 900 is $27,000. If you're with a good agent, they list it at 6, they offer out 2.5, they keep 3.5. So instead of $27,000, it's actually over $30,000. And then you split it in half, they get 15 grand, you get 15 grand. But if you go on that appointment alone and you go up against a veteran from ReMax or Coldwell Banker or Keller or EXP, you're going to lose. And you're not even going to get 15, you're going to get nothing. So team up with someone. I was on a 50-50 my first year, and it really helped me. So don't be foolish. Go partner with someone and get it going. Are you still there? My battery
Yeah,
just went.
I'm still here.
That's my advice for new agents. And so plug in and grow at whatever company you're at, whether it's EXP or Coldwell Banker or Century 21. Plug in, grow, get mentoring, and you'll succeed.
Amazing stuff. I'm still in awe that you show up to an office, that you still want to help those people that are in your office to succeed. Why aren't you sitting in Maui and enjoying the waves or being relaxed? I mean, what type of person? What have you gone through in your past? What type of person are you that wants to come to work and do this every day?
Well, I mean, I just got back from the Kentucky Derby last week. I was at the finish line when what's it? Maximum Security won it, then got disqualified in the country. I was there. I'll be going to the Masters. We go to Hawaii. I'm taking my whole team to the Caribbean. So I still take a trip probably every month. Napa, Carmel, Lake Tahoe. Every month we're going somewhere. And I come to the office every day for 2 or 3 hours. And some weeks I'm gone to Cabo or Cancun or Maui or the Caribbean. We're going to Israel in June. I'll be gone for 9 days. So if I'm gone for a week, then I don't come in at all. But when I do come in, I've been in this office today for I think a couple hours. So it's not like I'm in here 8-9 hours a day, but I love it. Love the people, love the business, and we're just having fun. It's not work if you love there.
Yeah. Your battery's getting your battery's going low.
Calling me. Don't tell my wife, but I just got her voice now. Is that even okay? Can you delete this part? Honey, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know that was bad. He's cool. But yeah, man. So it's awesome. If you love what you do, then it's not work. It's so I love what I do. I'm having a blast. We're having so much fun. We do movie nights with our team. We do Top Golf. We go to wineries and go wine tasting. We do stuff as a family. We create community. And of course, I did that stuff at ReMax. I did that at Keller Williams. I certainly do it at EXP. It's awesome.
So I got one more question because I know I want you to get back to the wife as soon as possible. When you have a traditional brokerage, there's a lot of overhead involved. What advice would you give somebody who has a large team like that? Because right now we're in a great market and things will eventually change. What did you see coming into EXP that might benefit somebody who has a traditional brokerage?
Right. Well, I mean, I had friends who had traditional brokerage. They built it up to like 60 agents. It went so well. They went to 70, then to 80. And everyone's like, yeah, we need an office across town. It's 35, 40 minutes down to Elk Grove. I wish you had an office down there. So what they do, they go lease an office down there. Then they had one in Roseville, one in Elk Grove. They're like 35, 40 minutes away from each other. But everyone's like, hey, we could service everywhere, work out of either office. And then they grew to 90, to 100, to 110, 120. Gets all up to 130. They're killing it. They're making money. Life's great. They sign, 5-year commercial leases, 7-year commercial leases. Of course, if you have offices, you better lease some copiers and phone systems, and you better have janitorial, and all these contracts are signed. They're killing it. And then Realty One came to town, and 35 of their best agents go, you know what? $500 a deal looks pretty good. And then they left, and then 5 of them left, then 10, then 20, then 35 of their best agents. And they went 1 month from riding high on the hog and loving life and on fire and having a blast to total financial collapse and bankruptcy. When you have 130 agents and 35 of your stars leave within a month or two, it's financial devastation. They had to shut down both offices. You can't get out of those commercial leases. You got leased equipment, phone systems, copiers, computers. It was devastating to them. So you may be doing great now, and that was in a good market. That happened in a good market. And of course, we all know the stories when the market cracks, and that was just from pure competition in a good market. But when the market cracks and agents aren't making money and they're leaving, you're not going to be able to pay those leases. And it was devastating to a lot of people. And that's just the cycle of real estate. It's rinse, wash, and repeat. It's going to happen again. So I've got to go, man. You got a final question?
That's about it. That's about it. Yeah, no, I want to thank you again for your time. I mean, I know your time is very valuable. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being on the show. And my apologies to the wife for sending her voicemail.
Hey, you didn't send her the voicemail. I did. So,
that's true. That's
I'll
true.
When I get out. So Hernan, you're awesome. Everybody watching this, contact Hernan. Just ask him about EXP. Stay in curiosity. Learn about the model. Either it'll pass the mustard test, which is an old saying, but you know what it means. Either it'll pass the mustard test or it won't. What have you got to lose by learning about the model? I would highly recommend you check it out. I wasn't excited about Netflix. Now I love it. I wasn't excited about Uber. Now I love using Uber. I wasn't excited about Amazon. I just didn't like it. I mean, Amazon's great. So, personally, I've never been an early adopter of technology. For whatever reason, God smiled on me, and I did adopt this one early, and I'm so glad I did. And technology's just rocket, and EXP is first to market in the space. We've got a 10-year jump on all the competition. Check out EXP. Talk to Hernan. He's a good man down in San Diego. And I'm up here in Sacramento, California myself, Northern California. So thanks for having me on, Hernan.
Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are curious, text 123EXP to 31996. I'll send you a 7-minute video. We'll get the conversation started. Remember, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's not the things you do that you regret, but the things you didn't do. So take advantage, learn something, make an educated choice, and at least, you've thought about the process. Brent, thanks a lot very, very much for being on the show. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. See you, man.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.